we go. There we go. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, everybody. We're gonna give everybody a second to get in here because we got a bit of a delay sometimes when we go in. Um, give it a few more seconds. All praises. There we go. We live now. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Israel. Captain Shazael RIA. My brother Officer Brad. Here bringing you a Sabbath lesson from KOI. Um, one of the things we're gonna give everybody a chance to get up in here. Um, we appreciate all of our brothers and sisters for having patience with us with the new platform. Please thumbs up. Please like it, love it, share it. Um, Shabbat Shalom, Officer Asherel. Shabbat Shalom, Daryl Napier. I see you, my brother. Um, Want to give all of our people shout outs. Shabbat Shalom, Byron. I see our brethren out here doing the work in the four corners. Um, I hope and pray all is well with everybody. I hope and pray everybody is well on this Shabbat. My brother, Officer Brad's going to bring us out a powerful lesson tonight and hopefully snap some of our so-called Christian brothers and sisters up out of their strong delusion. Con?
Con.
And man, all praises to the Most High for putting us in a position to be able to edify the body and to do what we do. We're back on track. We had like maybe a week off or so, taking care of some congregational business, and we back in the flow. So, Shabbat Shalom, sis. Shabbat Shalom, family. Everybody, please thumbs up and like it. We just need to get them engagements up. If you on here, please give us a thumbs up. Please give us a love. Send us several loves so we can make sure that the message gets out to the body so we can continue to edify the body. Shabbat shalom, sis. I'd like to thank everybody again for joining us tonight. Um, if this is your first time joining us, or you happen to stumble across our broadcast, and this is your first time seeing us, and you're looking for a place to fellowship, please shoot us a message in the chat, or right underneath our pictures is an email address. Please shoot us an email with any questions, where you are located at, and if you are looking for fellowship of like-minded brothers and sisters. So look like we got about 16, 17 people in here. Let's get them likes up, everybody. Let's go ahead and get them likes up. I want to everybody just be patient with us. I'm gonna go ahead and put us in a position to where we can kind of share the stream across a few other platforms that kind of follow us. And I appreciate everybody's patience. And we can go ahead and get started in a few minutes, my brother. In a few, in a minute or two. And give us a second. And we're gonna get started in 1 second. I appreciate you know um, everybody's patience on this glorious Shabbat. I'd also like to say, all praises be to the. I gotta say this. All praises be to the Most High for dividing Esau's kingdom with a sharp sword. Whack, whack, whack. He's tearing this thing to pieces, y'all. He is tearing
All
this thing to
praises.
pieces. Man, he is tearing this thing to pieces. If you didn't believe in the scriptures before, follow us tomorrow, and we're gonna take you right in the scriptures where we at today. I'm gonna take you right there. We're gonna do it. We getting that in tomorrow. But all praises to the Most High for raising up Israel in the midst of this disaster that we call America. And if you had faith in the so-called white man and his system, I feel sorry for you. But I also want to share with you that there is hope. And it's a so-called black Messiah who has a heavenly father who looks like him, who never gets voted out of office. He cannot be voted out of office. He cannot be removed from his chair. He will always reign supreme, and there ain't nothing nobody can do about it. That's all it is to it. That's all it is to it. So, Officer Brad, I think we got some good engagement, and if you want to go ahead and for us to get started, the floor is all yours, my brother. The floor is all yours.
This is Officer Brad out of the Dallas camp here with the Kingdom of Israel United Worldwide on this glorious Shabbat. I just want to talk about a few things that I hear people talking about and saying, but ain't doing, or thinking that they're born of God already, and they don't have to keep no commandments. They can just say it and be born of God. But actually, if you're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, then you are not born of God. So get that out your head. And we're gonna go over some scriptures tonight to kind of edify the topic, and we're gonna see if you are born of God. Now, what does it mean to be born of God? It means to be born again by this truth, by this gospel, by having this understanding of the scriptures. That's what it means to be born of God. So, Brother Chazeel, let's go to the book of James, chapter 1, verse 17 and 18.
It's the book of James, chapter 1, verse 17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning.
Con. And that word variableness, it means change. And the Most High, it says no variableness. That means, we already know the Most High don't change. He always stays the same. Read verse 18.
Verse 18. Of his own will beget he us with the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures.
Con. The Most High begat us. Well, let's talk about that word begat. What does it mean to be begat? It means to bring forth from the womb or to produce. Even though our mothers and fathers begat us, well, exclusively our fathers begat us, because only the man can begat children. The woman bears the children. So when you speak of the term begat, only the father can begat children, because the father is the one that carries the seed, and the woman bears the children. Um, so the men have that title of begotten children. Uh, the Most High in this verse, the Most High, He's the one that begot us. He begot us through this word of truth by the gospel, and we became born again spiritually. I mean, it was like being birthed all over again. Um, let's go to let's go to let's see what Paul said. Let's see what Paul said in 1 Corinthians 4 and 15.
Con. The book of First Corinthians,
Hold on, let me get
chapter.
it up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Con.
The book of First Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 15. For though ye have 10,000 instructors in Hamashiach, yet have ye not many fathers. For in Hamashiach Yahushai, I have begotten you through the gospel.
Con. You see right here, Paul, when he was in Corinth, he birthed the believers through the gospel
Mm-hmm.
by preaching unto them, and they became born of God or born of the Most High. They became new creatures because of the word.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Let's go to First Peter chapter 1 verse 23.
God. The book of First Peter, chapter
First
1,
Peter chapter 1 verse 23.
verse 23. Being born again, not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, by the word of the Most High, which liveth and abideth forever.
Con. You see here, even though we were birthed through our mothers and fathers, we were birthed in a corruptible seed, and and this in this passage here, uh, we were birthed through our mothers and fathers through the flesh, but Peter said that this is a spiritual birth, and it's through the word. We are born again, being born of God, being born of the Most High through this word, the word of Yahushua. That's how we get that new life and become new creatures, a new person, a new man. Let's go to Second Corinthians chapter 5 verse 17, and we're gonna go through 19. Second Corinthians chapter 5 verse 17 through 19.
Come. It's the book of Second Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
Con, stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you have the faith in Yahushua, you put off that old man, your old life. All of that is passed away once you have the faith in Yahweh and Yahushua. I mean, it's a process. I mean, it's learning this truth. I mean, sometimes it's not so easy, but it can be done. Um, it's like like I said earlier, it's like starting all over again as a baby, like the scriptures say. You know, walking with Yahweh in this word, being born of the Most High. Go to verse 18.
Con. Verse 18. And all things are of the Most High, who hath reconciled us to himself by Hamashiach Yahushai, and hath given to
Read.
us the ministry of reconciliation.
Read on.
Verse 19. To wit, that Elohim was in Hamashiach, reconciling the world unto himself, not imputing their trespasses unto them, and hath committed unto us the word of reconciliation.
Con. So in verse 19, if we be of the hopeful elect, if we be in Yahushua, the Most High would not impute our trespasses unto us, or he will not take into an account, or he'll count over or reckon with our sins. Uh, it'll it'll be like we almost like we never sinned before, but we have to be keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. What Yahushua did for us is very, very important. He sacrificed for our sin, and being in the faith of Yahushua, I mean, it makes us new creatures again, being born again. Let's go to First John chapter 5 verse 1. And Chaziel,
First,
we're gonna jump back and forth.
mm-hmm. No, no sweat, brother. I'm with you. This is the book of First
All
John,
right.
chapter 5, verse 1. Whosoever believeth that Yahweh is Hamashiach is born of Elohim, and everyone that loveth him that begat loveth him also that is begotten of him.
Con. So if we believe in Yahushua and are born of the Most High, meaning that we are of the hopeful elect, Lord willing. But only the hopeful elect will believe in these scriptures in these troubling times that we live in today. The chosen souls of the brothers and sisters are born of the Most High. If we keep in these laws, statutes, and commandments. I mean, we were chosen before the foundations of the earth. And everyone that, when it says everyone that loveth him, he's talking about Yahushua. And also that begot him. That's that word again, begot. He's talking about Yahweh. Uh, let's go to verse 2.
Time. Verse 2. By this we know that we love the children of Elohim, when we love the Most High and keep his commandments.
But we know that we love the children of God, and we love God and keep his commandments. Go to verse 3.
Verse 3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Self-explanatory. These commandments are not hard. This is how you become born of the Most High. So what must we do? What's the process of being born again or being born of God? Like we discussed, well, let's go to Ephesians 4 and 22.
Con. It's the
Ephesians
book of
chapter
Ephesians.
4, verse 22 through 24.
Con. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts.
Stop. So, like we said earlier in Second Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17, we got to put off that old man. You got to put off that old life and those old ways, the way what we used to do, and come back to the Most High. Go to verse 23.
Con. Verse 23. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
See, we have to be renewed in the spirit of our minds. Go to verse 24.
Verse 24. And that ye put on the new man.
You put on the what?
The new man.
The new man. Read on.
Which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness.
See, we have to put on the new man after the Most High. Being, if you want to be born of the Most High, you have to you have to be a new creature. You have to be a new person. Uh, let's go to First John chapter 3, verse 1. So, like we read earlier, if you put off that old man, and and we must keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, you become a new creature, a new person. Then you will be born of God. Not just saying it or believing it. You got to have works, and because faith without works is what?
It's dead.
Dead. So let's go to First John chapter 3, verse 1.
Con. It's the book of First John, chapter 3, and verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us.
Stop. So what manner of love has the Father bestowed upon us? Now, who is that us? That us is Israel. Read on.
That we should be called the sons of the Most High. Therefore, the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not.
That's right. That we should be called the sons of the living God. Let's stop for a second. Let's go and see who the sons of the living God are. Let's go to we're gonna jump back and forth. We're gonna stay in First John chapter 3, but we're gonna jump back and forth, Shazael. So let's go to
Con.
Hosea 1 and 10 right quick.
Oh, praise.
Hold on, let me get it too.
Okay.
All right, come.
All right. It's the book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sands of the sea,
The children
which
of
cannot,
who?
the children of Israel
Come.
shall
Read
be
on.
as the sand, shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, There it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God.
Con. So the children of Israel are the sons of the living God,
Mhm,
man, woman, and child. The world
mhm.
says that, that we are not God's chosen people.
Right.
I mean, they call us Gentiles, or heathens. I mean, us blacks,
Hamites,
Hispanic, and
African.
Native American Indian. And, but they going to find out. So let's get more proof about these sons of God.
Mhm,
Let's see what Paul said.
mhm.
Let's go to Romans chapter 9, verse 25 through 27.
Okay. It's the book of Romans, chapter 9.
Hold on, let me get it.
Okay.
Yep. Romans chapter 9, verse 25 through 27.
Okay. It's the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 25. As he said also in OC.
That OC is Hosea. We just read it
God,
in Hosea chapter 1, verse 10.
God. I will call
Con,
them my. Go ahead, brother.
go ahead.
I
No,
will
you go
call
ahead.
them my people. I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved. Verse 26.
Con, keep going.
And it, sh- and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them,
Con.
Ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living God.
See, Israel is the children of the living God. I mean, he said this almost the same thing in Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. Go to verse 27.
Verse 27. Esaias also crieth
Isaiah,
concerning
that's Isaiah,
God, also crieth concerning Israel, those
concerning
of
who?
Israel, the children of Israel, though the number of the
Con,
children of Israel be as the sands of the sea, a remnant shall be saved.
Con. You see right here? These are the sons of the living God. Israel are the sons and the children of the living God. You know, Hosea said it, Isaiah said it, John said it, Paul prophesied it too. Let's go to let's go back to First John chapter 3 verse 2.
Come. It's the book of First John, chapter 3, verse 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be, but we
Stop.
know.
So it says does not appear that we should be. So the way Israel looks right now as a people, as a whole, it don't seem to be that we are the children of the living God. But when Christ returns, the whole world will know. Keep reading.
Come. But we know that when he shall appear,
But we know that, you know. Go ahead.
we shall be like him,
We shall be like him. Keep reading.
for we shall see him as he is.
For we shall see him as he is. Uh, so let's go to keep going, verse 3. We're going to go all the way to verse 10.
Come. Come. Verse 3. And every man that hath this hope in him purifieth himself, even as he is pure. Verse 4. Whosoever committed sin,
God. But we have hope, and we have hope. We have hope in the Spirit. Hold on, Chazelle.
Mhm.
I said, and every man that have this hope and purified himself, even as he is pure. So even as the Most High and Yahushua is pure, we have hope within our with within ourselves to purify our own selves, so we can be as pure as the Most High. Let's go to verse.
Verse 4. You there, Rock? Can you hear me?
I can't hear.
There you go. Can you hear me now?
I think it froze.
Can you hear me now? How about now? Lost him. While we're waiting for the brother to jump back on, look like I lost him. I just want to hit a precept. The brother brought out Romans 9 and 27. Esaias also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of children of Israel be as the sand of the sea,
Can you hear me now?
a remnant shall be saved. I'm just going to get a precept real quick in the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 22. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. Just wanted to bring that precept out to prove that Paul was quoting Isaiah in the 9th chapter of Romans, the 27th verse. So, can you hear me okay, brother?
Con.
Okay. I know we got a little bit of a delay, so I'm not going to move so fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to book of First John, chapter 3, verse 4.
Okay.
Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law.
See, sin is the breaking of these laws. It's violating God's laws. We are that's one of the top scriptures right there that we bring
Okay.
out. You know, what's the that's the definition of sin. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For
Mhm.
sin is the transgression of the law. Let's go to verse 5.
Verse 5. And ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him
Come
is
on.
no sin.
Come on. Verse 5. So Christ, this is the reason why Christ was manifested. It was to manifest to take away our sin. I mean, uh, Christ came to be an example for us to follow his steps. I mean, our people celebrate these pagan holidays coming up. People asking me what I'm doing for Thanksgiving. Nothing. I mean, I don't celebrate the genocide of my brothers, the Native American Indians. You know,
Con, con.
I mean, I don't celebrate none of these holidays. You know, some of our people, you know, they eat unclean foods. You know, they break the Sabbath. They drug addicts, they drug dealers. They 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 prostitute our women. I mean, it's all sin. Let's go to verse 6.
Verse 6. Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth hath not seen him, neither known him.
Come on. So we must abide in Yahushua. I mean, if you abide it in these law, statutes, and commandments, and you love the Most High, you won't continue to break God's laws. I mean, you can't see Him because you continue in sin, and neither do you know Him. You ain't gonna never know God unless you keep these law, statutes, and commandments. Let's go to verse 7.
Con. Verse 7. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous,
Come on.
even as he is righteous.
Come on. See, don't let these pastors deceive you and thinking that he right. I mean, thinking he telling you right when he ain't even righteous himself. Let's find out what righteousness is right quick, and we're gonna come back to that. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25. We're gonna find out what this righteousness is. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25.
Con. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before Yahweh our Elohim, as he hath commanded us.
Come on. And see, I mean, a lot of people think they already righteous. You know, they think that I go to church every Sunday and I praise the Lord and this. I mean, you already doing wrong because you going on a Sunday. I mean, the Most High never picked Sunday as the day to worship Him, ever.
Okay.
Even people say, "Well, I keep the 10 Commandments and this and that," but what's the fourth commandment? Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. They break
Okay.
that one from the door.
That's right.
And I mean, this is what it requires to be born of God. Let's uh let's let's get another requirement of us and to be born again. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. Let's see what
All
that
praises.
requirement is.
It's the book of Deuteronomy.
What's required of us? Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse
Uh,
12.
the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth Yahweh thy Elohim require of thee? But
What
to
what does the Lord
fear,
what doeth the
requ-
Lord what?
require of
Require
thee,
of thee. Require of thee. Read on.
but to fear Yahweh thy Elohim, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve Yahweh thy Elohim with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Con.
Read.
Let's go to verse
Can I read verse
13.
13? To
Yeah,
keep
go to
the
verse 13.
commandments, to keep the commandments of Yahweh and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
Con. See, keeping these commandments is for thy good.
Huh.
So you can come into the light to see, to have at least a chance of getting into the kingdom. It's by keeping these commandments. Let's go back to First John chapter 3 verse 8.
Con,
We're gonna keep going back to First John chapter 3.
con. It's the book of First John, chapter 3, verse 8. He that committeth sin is of the devil. For the
Read that
devil,
again.
this is the book of First John, chapter 3, verse 8. He that committeth sin is of the devil.
Come
For
on.
the,
Read on.
for the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose, the Son of the Most High was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil.
Come on. Come on. Go to verse 9.
Verse 9. Whosoever is born of the Most High doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin because he is born of the Most High.
Come on. Come on. See, if you were born of God, you know, as people want to say, without keeping the commandments, and then you won't continue to break God's laws. I mean, if our sisters were born of God, I mean, they won't continue to wear pants. As Deuteronomy 22:5 say. Our brothers wouldn't shave off their beard. I mean, our people, you'll start following the dietary laws because the seed, once you get into it, the seed will remain in you, meaning that it's not in God's nature to sin. God's nature is all righteousness. Let's go to verse 10.
Verse 10. In this, the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth
Hold on
not,
right there.
mhm,
It says, "In this the children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil." So you'll know the difference between the children of God and the children of the devil.
mhm,
Because the children of God are gonna keep these laws, statutes, and commandments.
mhm.
The children of the devil don't care. They don't give a crap about it. Keep reading.
Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of Elohim, neither he
Con.
that loveth not his brother.
See? Even he that not loveth his brother. Keeping these commandments will teach you to love your brother and your sister. Uh, let's go to verse. Let's get one more. Let's go. Continue to verse 11.
Come. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another.
Come on. That's loving your brother as you love yourself. We've heard this from the beginning. Uh, let's go. Let's go to. I got one more scripture. Let's go to verse. Let's go to First John chapter 2, verse 29.
Come.
First John chapter 2, verse 29.
Come. It's the book of First John, chapter 2, and verse 29. If ye know that he is righteous, ye know that everyone that doeth righteousness is born of him.
Con. See, that this is what it means to be born of Yahweh, born of the Most High. I mean, uh, we must keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. If you don't, then it means you're not born of God. I mean, you won't break God's laws because His seed remaineth in you. Because if you were born of God, you would not, be a gangbanger or sell drugs or continue to be a fornicator or adulterer. You will not continue to eat unclean foods, smoke cigarettes. You won't steal. You won't. You will continue not breaking God's laws. But anybody want to add something to that?
I mean, I kind of hit it when you went out, just kind of backing you up in when you were on that Romans 9:27. I'll go over it again because I know you had lost service. We go over that
Okay.
Romans 9:27.
Okay.
Esaias also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. I'm gonna read verse 28. For he will finish the work and cut it short in righteousness, because a short work will Yahweh make upon the earth. Okay. And I just got a precept for that in the book of Isaiah to prove what you were saying, what you were bringing out. And that's Isaiah chapter
Con,
10, verse 22. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 22. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. For Yahweh Elohim of hosts shall make a consumption, even as determined in the midst of all the land. So that's just
con,
backing up what you're saying about the remnant, about that 130 elect, basically, you know, being distinguished from the beginning. He distinguished
con,
that from the beginning. And Paul knew this. That's why he was going through it in the book of Romans and teaching these Gentile minded jakes that are pretty much, you got to figure Paul was kind of teaching brothers how we teach them now on the streets. They want to be, Americans. They want to be African Americans. They want to be Hamites. They want to be everything else but Israel. Those are the same Negroes that Paul was teaching back in these days of the New Testament. So just
con.
wanted to bring that out, brother. That was real powerful right there.
All right, all right. Thank you, thank you.
All
So
praises.
that's all I got, brother Chazael.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Excellent. I'm just gonna go in to a couple of comments, man. Powerful lesson, my brother. One of the sisters, she says she's always naturally loved wearing dresses without knowing it was a law. Wow. All praises.
Con.
All praises.
All
That's the
praises.
spirit, sis. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. That's a natural
And,
spirit.
right. Right. And um let me see. I think that was pretty much that's what we had in the comments. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Nava said me too. So all praises to the most high, man. You got some righteous sisters up in here, and some righteous brothers that are trying to do the absolute best that they can. In these last days of captivity, and you know this, it the lines are getting more and more divided. It's getting easier and easier to see who's walking in this law and who's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not a blurred
Yeah.
line, right? It's clear cut. It's clear cut. You know who to cut off, and you know who to deal with. So
Yep. Yep.
and I like to say this: we coming up on these folly days.
Hmm.
Thanksgiving, uh, uh,
Yep.
uh, Nimrod's birthday, okay, which AKA is Christmas, right? We're not gonna
Con.
go in all of that yet. We'll do that. We'll hit that later. But
Yeah.
you're gonna have the spirit on your people, man. Your family is gonna have that Yuletide spirit. Y'all ever heard of that? Look that up. People hear that in
Yeah.
commercials. What a
Hmm.
Yuletide spirit is. You're gonna be like, what? Yeah, man, we're gonna bring
Yeah.
it all out, man. All this stuff is gonna get exposed on a whole different
Yeah.
level, man. Whole different level.
Yeah.
But we coming into that time of the year. So Israel, it's time to get girded, time to get more solidified in your faith, because you're gonna start hearing them Christmas jams. You're gonna start seeing them
Hmm.
black holiday sales. Jake gonna be lined
Yeah.
up, at Target and Walmart at 3 in the morning, with toilet seats and damn grocery baskets, running
Mm-hmm.
over each other. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Yep.
wanted to get a $300 TV that ain't even in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you know what I mean? I mean, Esau got the game on lock when it comes down to fooling our people. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They got the game on lock. And that's really the issue, with our people when it come down to these folly days, man, is that Israel just can't stop spending money. We gotta be like everybody else. If we just kept our money in our pocket, just today and tomorrow. If we just kept our
Yep.
money in our pocket, man, we'd shut this economy down and they'd come to us on their hands and knees and beg us and say,
God.
what do we got to do? What do we got to do? But instead, what does Jake want to do? Jake want to vote for Camilla Harris, right? Eve want to go out here and vote for Camilla Harris so she can fight to legalize prostitution and go sleep with a white man. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta call it what it is. How does that have anything to do with our community? But that's what we want to fight for. We want to fight for that instead of fighting for righteousness. With the Most High. Man, I'm done. I'm not gonna go too long. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna read what one of the sisters said right here. Oh, that's beautiful right there, sis. She said that First John 3 and 4 cuts. Let me go ahead and bring that out. That First John 3 and 4 cuts Christianity's whole belief down. Wow, wow.
Uh, uh,
It really does. It really does.
yeah.
It's in the New Testament. What are you gonna say? The
Yep.
law's done away
Yep.
with it. You're gonna skip the book of First John and say, nah, that part's done away with too. We're just gonna keep parts of the New Testament. We'll keep the book of Jude,
Uh,
but we'll skip past First John. You see what I'm saying?
yep.
Nevertheless,
Yep.
man. Um,
Okay.
Also, gonna hit a couple other comments right here. I never liked working or being busy on Saturday, which turns out to be the Sabbath. I never knew that as a child, but my grandma made me work on that day. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yep.
Israel has always been stuck on Sun God Worship Day, which is Sunday. We've been we've been doing that for how long? I mean, since slavery, since we've been in this
Yeah.
country, right?
Yep.
Pla- Plantation doctrine on Sunday. Pass the pork chop and Deacon Crab Cake over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But then
Yep.
on Saturday, they want to sell. Don't get me started. They
Keep
get
going
to
out.
selling the triple abomination, right? The
Mm-hmm.
selling the catfish plates on the
Yep.
Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Not only do you
Yep.
got the catfish, which is abomination, you selling the pork fried catfish on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? You breaking the Sabbath by selling it, then you breaking the dietary laws by eating the pork and the catfish. They don't care.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
and then
Yep.
and then tell you to do your chores on Saturday. Go cut the grass, clean up your house, do all
Yep.
your work on Saturday so you can kick your feet up on Sunday. For what?
Yeah. Yeah. They call Sunday the rest day. That's the Lord's day. That's the day of rest. No, it's not. No, it's
That's
not.
Baal's day. That's Baal's day. That's
Yep.
what it is.
Yep. And they have all their sales, all the sales be on the Sabbath day. 60% off. Buy two, get one free.
Con,
All on the Sabbath day. Uh, Saturday only. you know,
yeah,
I
yeah,
just want to have it. You know,
good.
yeah, they keep our people in sin, man.
Good. Jake be in there running each other over with them baskets, man. Look, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. We were at what was that? It was the market. What was the Central Market? It was during the week, right? It was like on a Wednesday or was it a Sunday? Might have been a Monday or Tuesday, whatever it was. It was like a Monday or Tuesday. We up in the market, man. Eve, a bunch of, a couple of old retired sisters, they in the little electronic carts running each other over in the
Mm.
carts at the damn Central Market. I'm like, now this is during the week, so they wilding out on Saturday. They wilding
Yep.
out on Saturday.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
that's just that's just during the week. Officer, look at
Uh,
look at look at the officer right here. Pork
That's
fried,
real.
shrimp flavored, catfish bucket, Sunday disc. I tell you,
All right.
Deacon, Dick and Crab Cake selling them tickets on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they want
Yep.
to look at us crazy for keeping it. They look at us crazy for
Yep.
keeping it. Because like
Yep.
the scriptures say, they're not of the most high. They don't recognize it. They don't understand. They don't have the ruach. They don't get it. And they have no understanding. Because they're not keeping the laws of the most high.
Mm.
They're not keeping the laws of the most high. So
Uh,
look here, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, my brother. When it come down to it, 2/3 of our people got to go. That's just all it is to it.
got to
They'll
go.
never change. They they got to go. They want to follow after this society. They hate the Most High. They hate His Word. They hate His Son. They hate us for loving Him and following Him and helping our people and trying to walk according to this Word. They hate us for it. They got to go. They got to go.
Yep.
There's really,
Yep.
not much we can do for most of our people. You know what I'm saying? But we can do what we can, give them the word, and after that, shake the dust from our feet.
Yep.
Uh, Sister said, I may have been a Hebrew all along and had what was my natural instinct changed to an American mess. Ooh, man, that's powerful right there, brother.
Yep.
That's powerful
Yep.
right there. An American mess.
Yep. Yep. I
I
mean,
mean,
it ain't crack. It ain't crack or cocaine. That's the most powerful drug. This America is the most
mm,
powerful drug in the country. Believing in this place,
that's right.
believing that
I,
they know what they're doing or they righteous.
I
I
think
mean,
it's the most
America,
powerful drug in the, I think it's the most powerful drug in the world, Doc.
it
Straight
is.
up.
Yeah, not just here, but in other countries that other people that come from other countries that come here, they think
Right.
America is the place to be, and this
Right.
is straight up Babylon,
Straight
the
up.
land of confusion.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You know what? 20 years ago, when you go to most Muslim countries, right, they really shame homosexuality, put you to death, with that Sharia law, right?
Yep.
Now you're starting to see Islamic homosexuals here in the US,
Con.
men with men, wearing the
Yep.
garb and everything. The land of
Yep. Yep.
confusion. In
Yep.
a an American mess, like the sister said, an American mess. It really
Yep.
is. It really
Mm-hmm.
is. And you know what? The one thing too that a lot of us fail to realize is that a lot of our people, that are in our families that we love and we care about, um, the hardest part about that is they just can't see it. They can't see it.
Yep.
They know something's not right, but they can't put their finger on what it is, right? They can't put their finger on what it is. They know something's not right, but they just kind of go along with society because they want to fit in. It's more comfortable to go along with society than it is to actually stop and do any kind of critical thinking, you know, and stop and think and say, you know what, we've been voting since the
Yep.
60s and
Yep.
our people are still at the bottom. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Our communities are insane. Insane. We still are expecting a different
Con,
result from counting on our oppressors. Our oppressors cannot be our savior. Let me say it again. Our oppressors
con,
cannot be our saviors. Okay? It just can't. And the sooner we wake up to that, the better off we're gonna be as a people. All right, now I'm done. I'm done now.
con.
Pure insanity.
Lamentations 4 and 17.
Say it again.
I said that's that Lamentations 4 and 17.
Oh, you damn right. Let's go ahead and get that right quick. Huh? Come. Come. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. I'm gonna read 17 and 18. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Con,
Verse 18, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our oppressors can't be our saviors. They just
con,
can't. And you know, a lot of people, and like the sis said right here, you know, pure insanity. That's right, sis. That's right.
con.
And and like the sis said right here, she knew it wasn't right, but couldn't find the truth until now. You know, that's another thing too. A lot of us got to realize, and you know, don't beat yourself up about it either, because a lot of us have our appointed times. Okay, you know, sometimes there's a season to for a seed. Somebody else will come along and water that seed. Somebody else will come along and harvest that seed. But it's always the Most High that provides the increase. Okay. So never forget that. It's always the Most High that provides the increase. Sometimes it's hard for us to kind of set back and say, you know what, I should have known this all along. You know, I should have known this all along. You know, it's easy to beat yourself up about it, but you got to realize, like the brother brought out tonight, you know, the Most High chose us from the beginning. Some, it's not their appointed time. Others are going to get it at the last minute. The rest are doomed. You need to give thanks to the Most High. If you're within the sound of our voices, and the Ruach Hakodesh, or the Holy Spirit, is giving you remembrance, and this is making sense to you, so-called blacks, so-called Mexicans, and indigenous Indians of Seminole and Negro descents, who are the true children of Israel, described of in the Bible according to archaeology, prophecy, and history. If this is all making sense to you and your family, every day, 3 times a day, you need to face the east and thank the Most High that He chose you every day. Don't let up. Don't forget. Don't be slacked. Okay. You got the opportunity now to serve him, to love him with all your, you know what? We're going to go back to that Deuteronomy chapter 6, man. Let's get that
Okay.
Deuteronomy chapter 6. Where was it? 6 and 20.
25.
Which one?
6 and 25.
Let's get that. Let me
Deuteronomy
get that.
6 and 25.
Let me get that right quick. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness. And we are searching for righteousness. If we observe to do all these commandments before Yahweh Elohim, as he hath commanded us. He's commanded us because he only chose a certain group of people. And you got laws to follow. You got requirements. And laws simply mean instructions. These are instructions in righteousness. We could go on and on. But I'll digress. I'll digress. You got anything else before we sign off, my good brother?
No, I'm good. I appreciate it. I enjoyed this lesson, and I enjoyed the people's comments. And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Hey, I want to give all honor, power, and glory to the Most High Yahweh in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. And with that, we'll say shalom.
Shalom.